$700,000.
Oh, each?
A piece. That's a lot of money, man. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this guy's got something up his sleeves, but if I can give him any advice, I said, take the money. Take what's behind doing number one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, John.
Really?
No, because the business ain't promised you tomorrow, as well as I'm speaking, personal experience only. You know, if they came to me and said, hey, Book, we're going to give you $1 million a year. All right? You ain't going to win no titles. Okay? All right?
A little TV time.
We'll get you some TV time. You know, we're going to give you a 15-year contract. I'm going to shut the hell up.
Okay, well, hold on, though. Hold on. In the defense of the Revival, but what if this is Booker T, right as you're starting your singles career? You come out, WCW, Nitro, people are raising the roof, right? You go, you win the world title, then you jump over to WWE. You're the world champion, United States champion, at the prime of your career, the hottest that you've ever been. And they give you that contract and say, but we're not going to use you much. You would still take that?
They're going to give me they're going to give me $1 million a year for 15 years.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn about no titles, man. I don't care about that. I'm good.
So I mean, I guess it comes down to are you in the business to provide a living for your family, or are you in for the legacy, right? Is that what it comes down to?
The legacy and all that is okay, all right?
Right.
Just say if I had the choice of just getting the money and not working, I'm taking the money.
Right.
And I'm not going to care about the legacy.
Right.
Because I'm going to take that $15 million and I'm going to parlay that into hopefully, 45 to 50. The legacy is going to be bigger than the wrestling business and put my boots on. And I think that's what, at the end of the day, that's what, for me, it was about getting paid and parlaying professional wrestling into what I'm doing right now. Having a great time, doing broadcasting. I've been blessed to, I give a guy like Michael Cole big props, I must say, because Michael Cole, outside of, professional wrestling, he's a friend of mine, and he hired me on the broadcasting team when he didn't have to, and then, gave me a platform to actually be able to go out and, talk. And then, the radio show come along, then you and I take the Hall of Fame to another level, and then now we're doing boxing, and now,
WWE backstage.
Exactly.
Kickoff shows.
I mean, right now, it's bigger than professional wrestling. I've had a great time wrestling. It's been great. But honestly, if they would have said, hey, man, you could just take the money and, work sporadically, all right, you know what, just take the money and stay at home. You'd never saw me again. I'm serious, man.
Right.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying that I don't love the business. I love the business. I got a school. I've had my school for 15 years, and I love watching these young guys go out there and live their dream. And heck, I love living my dream as well.
Right.
I mean, man, my first trip I took, when I first got into the business, I had never left the state of Texas other than going to Louisiana where I was born. I had never left the state of Texas, and I was on a 15-hour flight to Japan. I mean, how many kids, young men, get a chance to do stuff? I mean, I'm on a flight to, to Germany. After that, I'm on my way, to the islands. I went to North Korea. I got a chance. You think I'll turn all that in and give it all back? No, I wouldn't. But if they would have gave me the money, $1 million a year, I could have took all those trips anyway. He got a chance to enjoy them instead of just going from the building to the airport to the arena. I'm serious. So,
but at the same time, I get, like, I see both sides of it, right? I mean, and I think that you do too. But you're trying to just give game, try to give advice.
I'm just rationale in the
right.
situation.
No, I get you. But I do understand being somebody who's young and not creatively satisfied. And I'm not saying that's what the Revival are or not. I don't know them personally. They never told me that. I've never had a conversation with any one of them on social media or anywhere else. But if you're going off, maybe they're not creatively satisfied, I can understand. You want to be able to go to work and enjoy what you're doing, but at the same time, you go to work for one reason: that's to get paid too. So you got to look at both sides of the coin. Is the money worth the maybe sacrifice of your creative freedom or your creative fulfillment. You got to think about that, and that's just for the individual to decide, right?
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. It's up to the individual. I mean, because the nature of the beast and the man is very, very tricky.
Right.
It's something totally. I mean, the testosterone level is something totally. You can't even understand it. I always talk about the extreme sports and stuff and whatnot. Why do people do this kind of stuff? That's just the nature of the beast. But for me, I'm just spitting game. I'm just talking realistic. I'm just talking fact.
Right.
I'm not talking about, hey man, don't follow your dream. I'm not saying
right.
Not saying that at all. But for me, like I say, if it was about one thing or the other, it's a very, 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 very easy decision for me to make. And I like having fun, man. I like being able to enjoy myself. I like being able to have the finer things in life, and to be able to perform, professional wrestling it's been great. But if I if I see things, the way they really are, man, the more time you put in, the more you beat your body up.
Right.
And for me, I always thought about, even at 25 when I got into the wrestling business, and then I got a chance to sit next to the great Chief Wahoo McDaniel at one of the Great American Bashers or something like that, where a lot of the old guys would come back and perform. And and Chief Wahoo McDaniel, one of my idols that I watched, growing up in the business, I sat next to him, and man, he had a rough time putting his boots on, and he was probably late 50s, maybe 60 at that time. And I said, man, how am I going to walk away from this business? How am I going to walk away standing up and still be able to play with my kids, and play ball with my son, daddy, daughter, dance. How am I going to find my way to that? Because I say, right now at 54 years old, the greatest championship that I will win is to be able to walk my daughter down the aisle without having 2 knee replacements. That's the goal, So I think, at the end of the day, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being able to, work your way through this thing, opposed to letting it work you.
And
very, very simple.
I think that's great advice. I think that's sage advice.
It's like taking the next level to the next level. How you like that?
Not sure I follow, but I like it.
We're taking the next level to the next
level. Oh, seriously.
You feel me?
Yeah. To the umpteenth.
Exactly, to the utmost, baby, to the cosmos.
I just wish, I think Jerry could echo my sentiments here. I just wish I was in a position to turn down $700,000. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm envious of that position.
What does that feel like?
Yeah, what does that feel like, man?
I mean, I understand. I just had to throw that out.